right, welcome to Singletrack Session number 51 here at 22nd Street Trailhead. Once again, Studio 78 still running strong. We're running.
Yeah.
Taking two different ways, I guess. Still on all fours, I guess. We hope you guys survived the eclipse we just had.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
That was way cool.
Yeah. I was just actually reading today that there's a lot of people that are getting into the eye doctor.
I could see that.
One guy they had, he made, I guess, one of those homemade pin boxes or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But he didn't realize you weren't supposed to look directly at it through the pinhole.
Yeah, owie.
Yeah, and the optometrist basically said, yeah, it's like burning ants.
Yeah.
You got this little teeny fine thing going right into your
gosh.
eyeball. He thought you just pointed it right at the sun.
Oh, man.
So anyway, we hope everybody survived that, saw some cool photos. And I guess now we got to wait till 2045.
Yeah.
For something else. So.
We're going to be really old, in our 70s by now.
The bus will still be running, though, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, we'll be pretty old by then.
And it's going to come, I think, right over us at that point, if we're still living here.
Yeah, in Utah. Yeah, so, and who knows? But, yeah, so hope everyone enjoyed that. We've been super busy, and a personal apology here. No show again on Tuesday. We've just been slammed with multiple things, life.
Well, I think that, you get to the end of the summer, get a little bit tired, right?
Yep.
It's hard to maintain a weekly interview schedule.
Yeah. School started.
So we're getting that kind of, getting into the groove of that again.
Yep. So we apologize, but we'll get back at it. But we're not going to miss a single track session because there's quite a bit to cover.
There is, and quite frankly, the single track session is the easiest one for us to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
No scheduling conflicts or locations or phone calls.
All we got to do is get in the bus and talk about our favorite thing.
Yep, which is
pickleball,
fly fishing.
And I had another one to add to the list, and I've forgotten what it is.
It's not like Legos or Jenga, is it?
Oh, that could be fun, too.
That would be all right. You could travel with both of them.
Yeah,
anywhere.
You could, right?
You know what? I'm kind of jonesing to go backpacking.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
I am.
Those packs are heavy.
I know, but if you only go in a few miles just to be away from, and it's hard to get away from people, but we're getting into
There's too many.
But you're getting to the season now where you can do it because people are going back to school.
Right.
So fun time's over. It's like, let's get down to business.
Okay.
Right? So maybe it's more people without children that are getting out, which I'm okay with.
Right.
But, so we're back. We're talking here on Single Track 51. We'll just kick off a few things. One thing we're going to announce, which we've been working on for way too long, and this has been taking up a lot of our time the last few weeks as well. If you go to our website at TrailManners.com, we have finally, after
talking about it for about a year now.
Pretty much. That's when my original document came out. We have sponsorship packages, whether you have a product or a company or you have a race. We have two different types of packages. Race directors, you want to check that out for sure.
Right.
We've had a lot of success through the race promotion stuff there. So you can go to our website at trailmanners.com on the sponsor/contact us page. Joel's put together a nice little snippet of gear testing.
Right.
You want to test your gear. There's some info there.
Right.
So check that out. It's time to get busy with stuff. And our stats are on there. We're like, well over, 500,000 downloads, 80 plus countries. What did you say? Like 45?
I think that I calculated about 45,000 individual impressions per month.
Yep.
And that's across all of our social media streams. So that could be podcast, that could be Facebook, that could be Instagram, that could be YouTube. That's the website as well. So per month, we reach about 45, maybe that might be in the low end.
It's
45,000 individuals.
Because I know checking out the podcast stats, we're about 1,500 a day.
Right.
Averaging now per day.
Right.
So that adds up right there.
It does. So I was being conservative.
Yeah,
with it,
for sure.
And as we go along, we progress, we can maybe refine those a little bit more.
But we sure would love to work with you out there, especially race directors. That's a lot of fun for us.
It is.
Like we said, we've done that in the past with good success, both for the race director and for the people that show up, right?
For sure.
And ourselves, don't get me wrong. But also the new one, just kind of like help us promote the show, just that sponsor level.
Right.
Promote your company, your brand, your product, and just read through that information, because again, it's not just we'll take any,
No.
It's got to be something and Joel puts on there very eloquently. It's stuff we believe in, stuff we use.
Right.
Hey, well, Aric and Joel use this product.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so I mean that's.
Do we believe in your company too?
Yeah.
That's another thing that's really important to us.
Yeah, so we'll work with you, but yeah, check that out. Send us a message if you're interested, and we'll go down that road. So. We launched it. It's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Only took well over a year.
Yeah.
And also we brought up last week, or I'm really interested in some 50Ks and 50 milers for 2018.
Right.
I talked to a friend the other day, and we were discussing our race schedules for next week, or next year.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. None.
Race schedule for next week.
Yeah, I got 4. Race to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But for next year, and I really want to dial in the 50K.
Right.
I think that's still my favorite distance.
Yeah.
Even though it always kicks me in the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
But just looking for some different ones, right? I mean, because I run similar ones most every year.
Right. What about Chuck a Nut?
Just Chuckanut's on the list.
That should be on the list, right?
Oh, it's on the list. Chuckanut, Mount Hood. I mean, I've got some obscure ones I haven't.
Mount Hood. When is that?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I got it written down. I've got a spreadsheet, believe it or not, at home.
Yeah.
Dates.
I can believe
names, links. If
right.
you click the name, it takes you right to their website.
Wow.
Oh, I'm dialed in.
Yeah,
Dates of registration opening, cost, distances, locations. Now I'm adding because some races I'm looking at going, I don't even know where that is. I'm like, oh, okay, it's in XYZ. But yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys about some great 50Ks and 50 milers that we should definitely have on our potential list for next year. Because that's kind of where I'm looking at.
That Red Mountain 50K just opened up.
Yeah, I saw that. Didn't you do that
I did
year?
that. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Really good course.
Yeah.
Well run. Turtle Miller's lovely wife runs the aid station.
Okay.
So it's going to be spot on.
Gotcha.
Really nice scenery.
What time of year is that? February, March?
First Saturday in March.
Okay. All right.
And they have different distances. I think they have like a short race.
You have to wear short shorts, like 3-inch inseam.
That would be a great idea for a race. That's ours. Nobody steal it. That would be so cool.
Short race.
The shorty.
The shorty 5K.
Yeah. Shorty 5K. We're going to totally do that. We could do that on the Mount Ogden Park.
Yeah, you could do that.
We could totally do that.
As long as for the fellas, just got to make sure you can keep the stuff. So, it's got to be legit.
I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
All you gotta do is we'll have some TrailManners interns measuring the
at your race check-in to get your bib.
Yeah,
if the bib fits on the front of your shorts, you're disqualified.
Exactly. Good point. And we're not talking like even if you fold it up, if it fits on the front,
you're disqualified.
I like it.
The shorty short.
The shorty short.
But yeah, just throw us some that way, and we'll check them out. And let your race directors know about our package deal too that we have on our website, because I know not everybody still listens to the show. There's a few people that are still behind the times, but kind of get them on board, especially those that are on the verge of selling out or just need more people, or are looking to grasp different people around the country,
right?
Instead
or
of just
different
the
areas,
same,
like the Palisades. That's a race I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that'll be pretty interesting. It's beautiful up there.
Way pretty up there.
Their information isn't even out yet.
No, it's not. But we know where the area is, right? And that's a really pretty area.
Really pretty area. Pass the word. And then I guess we could jump right into it. Leadville was this past weekend.
Yeah, it was.
And
that tracker that they had. Did you check it out at all?
I didn't.
Were you too busy having
I was,
sick,
not feeling well for the
sick.
last quite a few days. I'm on a different weight loss program. It's probably Giardia.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really get a chance to follow it too much this weekend.
That tracker was good and it was bad,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you could see when it was working correctly. You could see who was in the lead, right?
Yeah.
And you could see they had a really nice display. How long it took them to get to that particular aid station. So they had their splits, their pace, which was cool. But then if you wanted to see the rest of the list, you had to go down. You had to click a button to see the rest of the list, and you still had to click more to see deeper into the list. So the user friendliness of it was not quite there. And if you wanted to say you wanted to divide it up between male and female, you couldn't do that.
Oh, wow.
If you wanted to do age groups, you couldn't do that.
Okay. So not really dialed in.
Not
detailed.
quite. Those are some of the features I would like to see when I'm following the race.
Yeah.
Is to be able to quickly and easily see those different segments.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So whoever was responsible for that app, you guys need to make that change.
Yep. Good job. Just keep tweaking.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Just keep tweaking.
Because so many of these are new. I mean, you don't really
this
see
one. I think this one's been around for a couple years, but
Okay.
you know what? They really need to add that functionality, and I don't think it would be that hard
There you go.
to add that functionality to it.
There's some free advice. We won't charge you for that.
Exactly. Same with the Hard Rock one. That thing, holy cow.
That was pretty sweet.
That thing was sweet.
Yeah.
You know, that almost had everything that I wanted, but it was in a different display, right? You can see it on the map where each of those runners was at.
Yeah, that was super cool.
That was way cool.
Yeah, that's been my favorite so far to track for sure.
Yeah. And then you go back to the one that's been around for a couple of years, ultralive.net.
Yeah.
They do a good job.
Yeah.
Considering, the feedback they get from those aid stations is how they're, entering the information in.
Well, it's cool. It's just you're getting more. So I think as the years go by, as the months go by, you'll get more and more of these races you can follow right along.
Well, I like the idea of the spot. So if you can take that spot transceiver and then shrink it down a little bit smaller,
that would be
and
nice.
get that real-time data, that is cool.
Put it in your watch, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Functionality in a watch.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be really cool.
I know. That would be way cool.
But yeah, I mean, some great running, some good racing. We'll start with the women. Devin Yonko with the win. And if you haven't had a chance, man, go check out her blog post because, man, how cool is that? I mean, she's just awesome to begin with, but just to see, kind of her story a little bit on top of that is just amazing. So
she was patient,
Yeah, she came in 20:46.
Yeah. Good for her.
Second place was Simona Morbelli in 21:16.
Right.
So just half hour behind pretty much.
Pretty close considering, it's 100 miles.
And then third place was Christy Burns, and she was about 30 minutes behind Simona. So that top three was pretty interesting.
Right.
Camille
Harris went out on fire.
Yeah.
She is
Camille Herron?
Heron.
Yeah.
Sorry. She's like the Jim Walmsley, right?
Yeah.
Of the female side. Just goes for it, guns it out of the gate.
From the gate.
Yeah. She was in like the top 3 overall, I think, for a little bit.
Jeez.
Just on fire. But I think she got hurt.
Is it?
Or the altitude crushed her. I can't remember which one it was.
She ran too hard, too fast, too
I think the altitude
soon.
crushed a lot of people.
That's what it'll do to you, man. I mean, that's no joke. I mean, I still remember my time at Leadville. I paced Scott Jaime, and we came into the fish hatchery, and I walked him out. I was done.
Right.
And we're walking out, and, he goes, "Hey, do you got my water bottle?" And I was like, nope. But it's on the table back in the tent. And he's like, "Well, I'm going to keep going. Go grab them." And I'm like, on it. I'm sprinting back to the tent, grab the water bottles, and he's up there in the, top 10 or something like that. And it's been a long time. And I'm sprinting to catch him. And he's running.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm sprinting, and I finally caught him. It took me a while. I gave him the water bottles and fell off the side of the trail and laid there. My heart, I could see it pounding out of my chest.
Looking for that
breathe.
Oxygen mask,
It was unbelievable.
Kind of like those guys on the NFL sideline.
Yeah,
they got the oxygen mask.
After their first or second down play.
Yeah, exactly.
And the people were coming by like, "Are you all right, man?" I'm like, just go.
Yeah.
You're a runner. I'm just nobody.
I'm just a pacer.
I'm just a water boy. But it took me about 5, 6. I was dizzy, everything. And I'm like, man, I'm glad you don't do sprints up here.
Yeah.
Like a beer mile would crush me up there.
Oh, they do have a beer mile up there. They've done it for like 5 years now?
Yeah.
Something like that?
And that's hard as it is, let alone at altitude, right?
Oh my gosh.
You're like hammered after the third one because of the altitude, and the sprinting. So yeah, the women did great. Congratulations there. On the men's side, to me, no surprise.
Exactly.
Ian Sharman in 17:34.
He's got that dialed.
And he loves that race.
He does.
He talks about how much he enjoys it in the area. And he's a runner, and you can run there.
Yep.
David Tierney, 18:32, was in second, and Michael Hewitt, third in 18:59. So another strong performance from people at Leadville this year. Not a lot of horror stories, so that's always good.
No, not that we know of.
Yeah, not that we have seen, and which usually come to light pretty quick.
They do.
So we're good there. And then before we get to our UTMB contest and a few other things, Joel messaged me the other day and says, "Did you see this article? We need to talk about this." And I hadn't seen it yet.
Right.
So I pulled it up, and it was a post. It was "Runner Shouldn't Have to Change Her Spots" by Laura Lucanis. And I apologize if I get the name wrong because people don't spell their name properly anymore. And I should know that since I'm Aric with an A. But basically, a runner ran the 2017 Little Miami Half Marathon,
right,
and was tagged in some photos,
right.
People are taking photos. She was tagged. The photo was killer.
She was looking fierce.
She was dialed in,
right,
just crushing it
on her A game.
And
it's in Miami.
Yeah, where it's super, super breezy.
Yeah,
and cool.
No humidity. Yeah.
And she was wearing a pair of competition briefs, right?
She might have had too many clothes on.
Yeah, right. And that's
considering she was in Miami.
Miami this time of year. And people just went nutty on.
There was one guy.
There's a couple posts that were just beyond ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Like commenting on the photo. The first one's easy to say. The second one really bothers me to say.
It does.
But the first one, that's because she doesn't have any damn clothes and is running for her life, right?
So I mean, maybe we can link this in the blog post.
I can find it again. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Yep, I've got it. Yeah.
So she's running really fast. She's looking fierce, and she's basically got a race outfit on. Like she wants no wind resistance, and it's freaking hot.
Mm-hmm.
And so this douchebag comments, "Oh, she's running for her life because, you idiot."
Yeah, and there were some other ones that were a lot worse.
Oh yeah,
than that. And it just kind of bring to the point is like, it's like you don't understand what the person's doing, probably, right?
Well,
like
what
running,
makes it think that it's okay to make that comment in the first place?
because it's social media and you can hide behind it.
No, it's not.
I understand that. That's what people's thing is. I was like, I can hide behind this.
No.
They don't know me, but it's just ridiculous.
It just shows you're that douchey in real life too.
Yeah,
probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. She had a really good post on it, and she talked about it. And she said it was kind of funny. If you really she said, after all, there were photos from the race of shirtless men,
right?
Men in short shorts,
yep,
men in tight shorts.
Oh,
and they didn't feel motivated to comment on their potential for inviting sexual assault.
Right, and so that was the second comment.
Yeah, and that just appalls me on 20 million different levels. But
right, where somebody commented, well, of course she deserves to get raped.
No wonder
right?
joggers get raped, is what it said.
Yeah,
that was the comment
because of her
outfit,
skimpy outfit, right? Which was totally appropriate for racing.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot skimpier.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Track and field.
Yeah. If you look track and field, they wear nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much. So it was just appalling, and she handled it so.
She was very gracious.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's a half marathon. You could tell she's probably trained her butt off for it.
Heck yeah.
She was in the moment.
Yeah.
Looking dialed in, crushing it. Probably a great day, most likely, and she probably came away with this sense of, yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
And then you get this coming in on the back end of it.
You get this ding dong rowing in his douche canoe.
Yeah. So we'll put the post up so you can see that there. But man, congratulations to you, Laura. Not only your race, but just
for being classy,
yourself,
right?
Right. And to the people that make those snarky comments that there's no need for, just move along.
Yeah. There's no place in society for that.
Period.
Yeah.
At all. End of story there.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, I mean, I see guys run without shirts on, and it's like, what's the difference in our society?
Yeah, right.
So the heck with
it's just
clowns.
For the most part, women look a lot better than men.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
They don't have hairy chests. They don't.
Generally, they don't.
So the heck, foo on you, bad comment person, and don't come back.
Yeah.
And great job, Laura. Excuse me. All right, so we kind of get that off because I'm glad you brought that up because that was just
There's another really good article I wanted to talk about this week, and we'll save it for next week. And it comes from TrailFlow.
Okay.
If you go to trailflow.co, not com, but co.
Gotcha.
This guy is rather provocative in his writings. He's actually a pretty good content creator. Like he does really good articles. It's just that he's on the other side of what you would think of a trail runner. Most trail runners are pretty positive. This is the guy that has the Anton crush. Remember that guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he kicked out another artiple.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one. I'm gonna have to go check it out.
So we'll talk about that next week.
Anton crush.
Yeah, he's the Anton fan, which is nothing wrong.
Yeah. Nope.
Tony Kopitsch's good guy.
Yep.
He's done a lot of great stuff for trail running. But this guy named Chris Mocco as the Trail Douche of the Year.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm upset. Yeah, I could think.
And speaking of Mako, he's not been around lately.
He's not running a UTMB.
Yeah, he withdrew from UTMB so he can focus on North Face 50 in December. I wonder what's going on there.
He's probably in negotiation with Costco.
Too many pancakes, huh?
Can't take those $1.50 hot dogs over the pond.
No, you can't.
So, got to keep it here.
That was in his contract.
Yeah, that's right. Got to promote the churro. Got to have a churro in your waistband.
That's right.
But yeah, so speaking of Mako and no UTMB, let's talk UTMB.
Yeah, that's coming up
September 1st, a week from Friday.
Yeah.
A week from tomorrow once
Holy
the show
cow.
launch. Yeah, right? That's why we brought it up now. We're like, if we wait another week, no one's going to have time for their predictions.
No.
So we warned you all that prediction time is here. But the good thing is you've got about a week.
You do.
To post. And to post your predictions, it's going to go on our website under Singletrack Session number 51.
Right.
And all we want is your UTMB top 3 men, top 3 women.
Okay.
And just like we've done in the past, and we're definitely going to have some killer prizes. And I actually have another probably special prize for this one.
Good.
We're going above and beyond since this field is so loaded.
Oh,
so stacked.
Stupid. How many people are racing it?
Well, I keep reading articles on it, not just the same ones, but multiple, and people are saying the same thing. This is probably the most competitive trail ultra race ever. Period.
Trail race, period.
End of discussion. Like no discussion.
Ultra, short distance, doesn't matter.
I mean, I'm going down the list going,
It's almost 100 deep on the men's side.
It's ridiculous. And
that
the
can be on the
side's
podium.
so deep, too. It's crazy.
It is.
So we'll talk about that. But again, don't forget to submit on our website, trailmanners.com, under Singletrack Session 51 post, your UTMB top 3 men, top 3 women.
Right.
And, of course, me and Joel are going to play along.
Yeah.
Because we're ultra runner savvy.
Fanboys.
So let's you got 1 week to get your picks in.
Right.
So the 24th is when this show launched. August 24th, you have till August 31st, and we shut it off because the race is September 1st. Really? You got 7 days to do your homework, and then it's shut off. Anything comes in after August 31st at 12 a.m., you're out.
Right.
The race starts at like 6 a.m. or something like that. I don't know what.
No, it starts.
You know what? Let's end it Wednesday, the 30th.
Yeah,
because the time zone messes with me. I'm not.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's give us a little buffer.
Yeah, let's go August 30th. Wednesday, August 30th is the end of submissions.
There you go.
Oh, it's hard to figure stuff out sometimes. So top 3. You want to start or you want me to start?
You go ahead and start.
Let's. We always start with the ladies.
Yes.
So let's start with the men this time.
Okay.
Just for fun. Just to mix it up.
All right.
Because for fun. So men, first place, I'm going 1, 2, 3.
All right.
I'm going with the new guy in the scene, Killian. This guy that's been doing some cool things. He's been doing some cool things this year. I've read about. Yeah. I've heard some things about him. I call him KJ.
You do.
So
you're on first name basis.
We are.
Yeah.
And
K-Dog.
K-Dog. And I had a nickname for him before people told me the correct pronunciation of his last name. I called him Killian the Hornet Jornet. But, obviously his last name's not Jornet, so I can't use Hornet. So it'd be Killian Jorno. Then I'd have to say, Killian the Horno Jorno, which doesn't sound so good.
That's a good porn name.
But I'm still calling him the Hornet because I'm American.
Hornet.
Yeah, because he's bad, dude. So I'm going with KJ,
my
buddy. Number 2, and it's not my fault, again, that all these names are not spelled to where I can read them correctly.
It must be a French guy.
Francois.
Oh,
honey.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That dude's solid.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good runner.
And then number 3, I can pronounce.
Yeah.
I'm throwing the curve.
Okay.
Tim Tollefson.
Ooh, yeah.
Going an American in the top
solid.
3.
Yeah.
Professor X would have been almost 3rd.
Xavier.
Yeah. But I'm going with Tim.
All right.
So that's my top 3. Killian, Frank,
and
Tim. Francois. So the Hornet, Frank, and Tim. That's where I'm going.
All right. Sounds good.
And now it's your turn. Who you got for the...
Okay. I went 5 deep.
Oh.
You can almost go 10 deep on this one.
Well, if we went 5 deep, I'd go Professor X for David Laney 5.
Whoa, Laney in 5.
Yeah, man. I'm going USA.
Wow.
USA.
All right, so I too
again.
chose the new kid on the block, Killian Jornet,
KJ.
for number 1. Number 2, Zach Miller.
Oh, sheesh.
He's been there. He's run the course.
Yeah. I'm good with it.
Right?
Yeah.
He knows how to run that course.
Yeah.
And I just think that if anything, he could pull a Walmsley, go out and just crush the first 70 miles and then hit the wall.
Yeah.
But hopefully he's learned his lesson from last year. Going to race a little smarter. All right. Then in third, I do have Jim Walmsley.
Woo!
If Walmsley can just stick with the front runners and not run off the front.
Do you know he just did 2 back-to-back 30-mile days?
Yeah, that's no big deal for him. Come on.
But that's the problem.
Yeah.
Everybody's like having some biscuits and crumpets, and he's out eating wildflowers.
Yeah, I know. And then in fourth place, Tim Tollefson.
Okay.
And then fifth, Jason Schlarb.
You know, and that's the American list is awesome.
It is.
Right? I would love to see this American list somewhere here.
We could easily see a top 3 American.
I'd like to see all these Americans show up to the Shorty Short 5K.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, they can pay their way. We'll sponsor them by them paying their way.
Pay their way.
But, I mean, look at the names. So Americans, Joel named a few, obviously. Zach Miller, Schlarb, Walmsley. But some of these other Sages over there.
Oh, I know.
Jeff Browning.
Yep.
Dylan Bowman, who's my man crush. Andrew Miller.
Yep.
Those are just some more Americans that are over there.
Andrew Miller was going to be, he could have been higher in my list, but he got hurt this year and just hasn't seemed to bounce back.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that's pretty good. So, man. The Hornet, though, I think is going to go. You can't bet against the guy.
No. And finally, I think we're going to see him get pushed finally.
Yeah, but if he gets pushed, he's just going to get a course record. Course record's like 20:46.
I know,
but that's what's awesome. Please.
I want to see somebody. I want to see his potential. We haven't seen his potential yet.
Can we just say no ties?
Yeah,
I don't want to see that for this race.
I want to see
Waldo had a tie this weekend.
Balls.
Again.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Balls out. Sprint to the finish line.
I
want to see it because we know he can do it.
Yeah.
When he is pushed at those shorter distances, like that marathon.
Yeah.
He crushes it.
Next level.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to see this at the 100-mile distance now.
I mean, if anybody can do it, it's him. And there's enough people there to give him a run for his money.
Yeah, it's almost like you're taking turns to push him.
And we always have to throw this in. And even though it's still the Hornet, people can have a day that's not a good day.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like little things can make a huge difference in a race like this because of the number of quality runners.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then there's also the other side when that one runner has the Zen zone where he's just dialed in.
Yeah. Like Zach. Zach could totally get in that Zen zone, and he just feeds off of it.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Stacked.
Oh, yeah.
And then women's side.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Same thing.
This was, to me, as hard as the men was to pick, this was a little harder for me. Just because I think, to me, just looking at some past results, some past races, some of the women, like I've seen them blow up a little bit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, you don't have that option. Like some of the races, some women have some of these, top 3, they'll have a bad patch and still pull through.
Right.
But I don't know if you can have a bad patch at this race and pull through.
It's unlikely.
To where you want to be because there's too many quality women.
Right. Somebody's
going to
be just nipping at your heels waiting for that.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll go ahead. And I just did top 3 here. I have got 3 names.
Yeah.
But I don't have them yet. So as I talk, I'm going to throw it out there. So
right.
My first one.
Yeah.
Bear with me here. Is Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
Chavarro.
There you go.
I've been working on that, too.
Have you? You've been practicing that one on the toilet, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been on there enough, howling.
Yeah.
So I've got her winning for the females.
Okay.
And what I did notice, too, about the women's side is they race a lot.
There's a
you
couple.
Know what I mean?
There's a couple that have been like racing way too much.
A lot,
right?
And so that's what I was like. Oh, wait a minute. And then, like Magda.
Yeah.
She just finished up Trans Rockies.
Well, it's a training week.
I know, but it's high. It's altitude.
Yeah.
Right. But as everybody else is already getting over there,
but she had how many weeks in between? 3 weeks in between. So that's a good taper.
Kinda.
Yeah, for that
level
level of an athlete.
Other races throughout the first year.
If it was just you and me, a couple of back of the packer dudes, yeah,
I would die on the plane flight over after a race like that. So I'm gonna go.
So you got Caroline Chavarro for number 1.
Sweet Caroline at 1.
Okay.
At 2, I'm going Magda.
Okay.
See how I did that?
I did.
Spun it to she's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
A second place
I
finish.
see that. How you did that. Nice.
And third, again, someone that seems to race a ton, but if their bodies are used to it, I'm going with Andrea Huser.
Oh, nice.
So that's my 3.
There you go.
I could be way out here.
Yeah.
Right? I could be way off.
Okay.
Because there's still so many more, but that's it. So Caroline, Andrea, and Magda.
All right. Good. All right. So for me, I have Caroline for number 1.
Okay.
Because she's been there. She's done it. I think she hopefully recovered quite well from Hard Rock, and she might be a little bit pissed.
Yeah.
You know, she might have a little axe to grind from that missed turn at Hard Rock. She knows this course. I think she's going to go out and crush it. Number 2, I have Magda.
Ah, nice.
I do. I think she's ready to pop one off. I hope so. Number 3, Stephanie Violet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think she's ready to go.
I'd like to see her do well.
Yeah,
You know,
she's over there training, looking good. All right, here's a wild card for you.
All right.
Amanda Basham, number 4.
Okay, I think that's a good one.
She was just over at Trans Rockies. Her and her teammate won. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I have another American, number 5.
Uh-oh.
Mare June.
I knew it.
Meredith Edwards coming in number 5.
That's awesome. And we had the pleasure of meeting her at OR.
Yeah, she's
hanging out
she's
with
a
her,
hoot.
and then the next weekend up at El Vaquero.
Yeah,
she's a riot,
she is.
and she's hard as nails, man.
She is.
Like-
She's this 5'0", just little beast.
And she's got the mental. Like she does the
Yeah.
Nordic stuff in the winter.
Yep.
She's all about going hard. You know, like this is what I do. So yeah, you know, we want to throw a special one to someone we've had on the show, Leslie Howlett. She's going to be heading over there here from Utah. Was on our show early on after the Buffalo Run race.
Yeah, that was 18 months ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I think it's 18 years. But so we'd like to wish her good luck because I know she's been working hard for a job, and you know how that revolves
she's
around
a nurse,
running.
full-time nurse.
Well, and names are not mentioned, like Casey.
Yeah.
Lichtig, you know, she's had a really tough go this summer with family.
That was the
things.
only reason I didn't pick her.
Yeah.
You know, I think she's just going to go over, have fun, just enjoy that experience, but I don't think her training's been on par just yet.
Especially from Nebraska, because it seems to be it's got to be so specialized. But in the back of my mind, too, it's like, because she just talks about going over and enjoying herself.
Right.
But
you know what?
You could have that enjoyment, euphoric moment.
Exactly.
Thinking
next
about,
thing you know, you're like top 3.
Yeah. Next thing you're
because
like,
the pressure's not there.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the beauty of this. You never know. It's whatever day you have, what kind of sleep you get, if you, had some bad food, if the weather's, it's 10 days out or so, and they're talking about rain.
Did you see somebody was talking about that today?
Like lots of rain.
Lots of rain.
So that
a little bit colder
throws into all kinds of
bad.
things. So
a little bit rain down low means a lot of snow up high up there.
Gnarly conditions. So yeah, it's going to be one to watch for sure. That'll be Friday, September 1st. So I imagine for me it'll be like March Madness during March. I'll be kind of just tuning into that most of the day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
On the
no
computer,
work gets done.
Watching that whole thing unfurl. So. But good luck to everybody over there. And again, as always, there you can follow along online. And don't forget to enter the contest because it's going to be super cool.
I know.
Because we got some cool prizes. And we're getting more prizes every day. Let's see what else we got. We did UTMB. Talk about a couple quick little things to kind of do some of the single track session, the junk drawer. The TrailManners Fantasy Football. We got one spot left. We filled it with 9 right now, so we got one spot left. So if you get there in time, we have one to go. And we have some fun people in that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, we're hosting a trail work here, here, where we're parked, 22nd Street Trailhead in Ogden. So if you're local or nearby and you can help us out, we sure would love you to be here.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be August 30th at 6 p.m., which is Wednesday, 22nd Street Trailhead. We're going to be cleaning up the trailhead, doing lots of trimming, maintenance, and also we're going to get out on the trail and do some maintenance and tread up there.
Yeah.
So we're just saying, hey, bring some gloves. We're going to provide drinks, pizza, if that can help get you here, from 6 o'clock till as long as you can stay.
Exactly.
We'd like to just spiff this sweet location up.
Yeah,
and if you're in the area.
It's looking kind of tired, and it needs a haircut and a trim.
Yes. And I'll have the link there so you can see that. I got a Facebook event page set up for that. But we sure would love your help.
It'll be fun.
And we could maybe meet some people that we haven't met yet.
That'd be kind of fun.
Send out some invites to some of our friends, some of our running people, and we've got 5.
Yeah.
They're going to be here. I'd love to see 15 or so, 20.
Really? I think 10.
I think we could get this thing because there's a lot of work on the trail. There's a few other spots.
There's
and
a couple
then
people that can go up there and work on the trail.
Some of these trees to trim.
Yeah, it needs it.
And both ways of the trailhead.
You know
and
what? If you don't show up, that's more pizza for Aric and I to eat.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
I don't need anything right now. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll have a link to that. And I also need some help. And I'm hoping you guys can help me out here. I just made a purchase recently.
Did you?
Yeah, I bought a parakeet.
But what?
I bought a parakeet.
Like a bird?
A bird
what
that
the
flies.
Hell? Like, this was your idea?
Oh, yeah, I totally bought it.
What?
I love birds, and parakeets are small, and
Yeah, but they live forever.
no, parakeets don't live forever. I'll outlive the parakeet, and that's fine. If it did outlive me, my kids would take it in a heartbeat.
Okay.
But I need a name for it because I want a good name. There's a lot. It's a yellow. It's pretty much all yellow. It's called a gray wing.
Okay.
They're not rare, but they're not like you see a lot of them.
All right.
So it's just mainly gray or mainly yellow.
Yeah.
He's just a little dude. He's just born. Just came out of being weaned. But I need a cool name for him, and I want around trail running or TrailManners would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But there's names like Ollie and Petey and some of the common stuff. But
Petey.
I'd like something kind of unique.
Okay.
And I'm willing to give somebody something if they come up and end up naming my bird.
There you go.
And you can put that on the Facebook or on the Facebook post
do
here.
it on Facebook.
But I could. It's a parakeet. He's a little dude. Born July 1st, if that helps, of this year. What else we got? Oh boy, how about the Where'd Your Feet Take You?
Yeah.
What a week.
Oh man.
We're more than global. If you don't believe us.
Yeah.
We had Scotland, Sweden, Germany, Norway, Wales, and Australia.
That's right. Simon.
Just some foreign countries. And, of course, we'll throw Canada in there because it's not in the U.S., so there's an extra.
Mm-hmm.
And plus all the U.S. contingent. So it was
so
a
many
fun
good
week.
ones.
And just this is one of those weeks where I wish I had a ton of money so I could travel. Because I'm looking at photos from some of these, like in Sweden and Scotland, places I want to go.
Norway was cool.
Norway was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, the one in Scotland was way cool.
That was awesome. He had TrailManners swag.
He did have TrailManners
First one in
hat.
Scotland.
I know.
And we were in Scotland. We're in Ireland with some swag. But Wales is where like my heritage is from. So I still really want to go to Wales.
Okay.
But again, we got our hat out last week to our winner. And we got a prize to go this week that's graciously sponsored by the Sign Garage here on historic 25th Street in Ogden, Utah. Nate and Elizabeth crushing it in everything they do. Hopefully, we have a few more projects for them coming soon here. Because of them, we were able to give hats away for free, postage, everything. Like if you win and you're in another country, you win. You win, right? We don't care.
Exactly.
We got a sponsor that hooked us up, helped us out. We want to do that. So. Check out Sign Garage if you get a chance, though, for all your printing and cool stuff. And they've also got their own line, their own brand of stuff that's super cool. So check them out. And we do have a winner this week.
Yeah.
With everything we just discussed. So Where'd Your Feet Take You? The winner that needs to send me at manners at trailmanners.com a address to mail your limited edition Where'd Your Feet Take You TrailManners hat. Joel, who's the winner we got?
Oh. Hold on, I got to pull.
I got it right here if you need any help.
Just a minute. I got to pull the post back up because it was sweet.
I'm looking right at it.
Just give me a sec. I'm almost there. All right, so there were some good ones from the Harriman race. Jeff Fulmer took a great picture. Lori Seppa coming in strong.
Yeah.
Man, she's got that down. That early morning picture, loving it. Brad Swain, great picture up on the Wasatch
where
Gorge.
the sun's coming through.
His fire crotch was number 2 on my list this week.
That was a good photo.
I know, love it. But our winner, Nate Reese, soaking in the hot tub, actually in the falls, up in Yellowstone. So Nate, get a hold of us. Let us know where we can send that sweet hat. We appreciate that.
Hot springs at Dunanda Falls in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
What and that reminds me of something I would do in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
I love playing River Otter, man.
Yep.
And the falls in the background.
It just looks like he's really just
comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the main reason I picked it.
He's got his shoes there.
Yeah, his face says it all.
Yeah, he's just smiling.
I don't know if he's like got anything else on.
Yeah, he's
other than his shoes.
That's why he's in the water.
Yeah.
Right?
He could be like freaking buck naked.
In Yellowstone.
Which
might be something you shouldn't do, right? It's
well, I mean, you need to always be on your A game, right? You never know when that grizzly bear is going to be like, oh, I need that hot dog right there for for a snack.
Or you just run away and your clothes aren't available.
Yeah, exactly. That could be rather embarrassing.
Yeah, because that's
a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe not as uncomfortable as the bear biting your ass off.
Yeah.
But still.
No bueno. Yeah. No bueno. So congratulations, Nate. Send us your info. We'll get that right out to you.
Right.
Strava week.
Was it big?
Pretty big.
Same winner?
Nope. All new.
Oh,
Distance was Florian Natero,
all right.
86 miles on the dot. So
okay.
I'm thinking OCD might have had something to do with that one.
Sure.
Run time was Brian Colmo, 35 hours and 3 minutes.
Wow.
Climbing, Brian Colmo, 29,139.
That's a lot.
That's a big week.
That is. He's getting ready for something big.
And I didn't look because that was his run time in climbing, but I didn't look at his miles. So I don't know if he just did just a lot of vert.
Yeah.
Or even got some, because like we had Brad Sween at 81 was third, so that tells you how close third and
Brad
first
Sween.
were.
He's getting ready for Wasatch.
Yeah. So he's gonna crush that one.
Yeah, he is.
So yeah, congratulations and way to go, everybody. For the Strava week, which we don't have a competition, but we warned you again. Where did your feet take you this week? Is the Swaggin' Rights edition.
It is.
So this week, when you post your photo, if you've got TrailManners Swaggin' Rights in the photo, your chances are
much greater,
multiplied by a couple, right?
Unless somebody takes the picture of the
shot
year, right?
that might end up just global.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
But
like National Geographic's going to call us
to see if we can
give us millions of dollars for this shot
for your photo.
Yeah, for your photo.
But don't worry, we'd give you a hat or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Buff, maybe you'd step it up a notch. So yeah, this week will be the Where'd Your Feet Take You on Sunday, the Swaggin' Rights edition. So put it on there. Make sure you put your location. It's always important so we know where you're at, so we can be jealous or plan our next trip. Swaggin' Rights. So where your trail man. And we had some orders come through this past week.
We did.
For people maybe just up in the ante.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm thinking we might see a couple people, more than one piece of TrailManners Swaggin' Rights.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody comes up with there. So yeah, we got a few contests. We got the Where'd Your Feet Take You? We've got UTMB.
Right.
We've got Name My Birdie. And we'd love to see you next Wednesday for some trail work, too. I can't stress that enough.
That'd be fun.
It's always fun to do trail work just because it's just
we need a couple more
rewarding.
hands, really, is what it comes down to.
Because we don't want to be out here all night, but we want to get it done.
Yeah, we'll get the trailhead done for sure. The section up on the trail.
That needs to be done bad,
That needs to be done bad, but that could be put off for a couple days.
Yeah. And that's the one I'm getting hounded on, so we got to make sure we get people out for that one. Like I said, we still got one spot for the TrailManners Fantasy Football. That's first come, first serve.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously your messages are dated, so I can see that. I think that's all I got for the week. There's always a lot going on. Tons of races this past weekend. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, there was Waldo. There was the Harriman race. The Jim Skaggs the first year for that.
Right.
So there's a lot of races that happened this past weekend. There's a lot coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We
got
got
into the fall season.
Yeah, I mean this weekend we have some. Then you got the Labor Day weekend. Right. So that's like the rut weekend.
The rut weekend.
And then you got Wasatch.
Yep.
Then you got like Run Rabbits and the Bears and I'm Tough
and the Bear and then
there's a lot.
You get into
some of the big longer
races. What is that one out there on the Pony Express? That's in
October,
mid-October, right?
Yeah.
And then you got Javelina.
Yep. And a lot of races are opening up. They just had the Georgia Death Race.
The lottery was announced.
So they just announced that. Plus, just like Joel mentioned, the Ute, the new 100-mile in Utah, that opens up in like a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first weekend in September.
Right.
So there's a lot coming up. So that's why we need your help finding some 50Ks and 50-milers just to make sure we can get them things on our schedule or for next year. You just have to plan so far ahead anymore.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It makes it very difficult. So that's why there's a lot more DNSs and withdrawals is because you get in for something and then you find out you're in something else or you have to choose one or the other. And so it makes it a little challenging. But we still love to hear all that. And if you want to be on the show, let us know. That's on our sponsor page as well. And just all around, communication. If you have any questions, want us to try something out, anything, want to hear a show on a certain topic, let us know. And then we'll be back. We promise. We're just kind of winding down for the
summer.
It's kind of like halftime, right?
Yeah, it is.
We're at an aid station. We're hanging out. We're about to get kicked out.
Yeah. We've been in this aid station maybe a little bit too long.
Yeah, we've had too many top ramens and quesadillas. And what's your favorite? Pierogies. So yeah, have a great weekend. Make sure you tune in to next Tuesday. We'll hopefully have a show for you by then. And we'll see you next week.